Hello, CIS27. In this video, I'm going to talk about Lab 11, which covers Introduction to Digital Forensics, Computer Forensics. And in these exercises, you are going to use different forensic tools to evaluate image and looking at your digital evidence and search and report. So to start, make sure that you are using Windows 8.1 workstation, which is located here. You need to power it on. Then you are going to use ProDiscover Basic to create a drive image. So when we acquire a system, we don't analyze on that system, but we would make a copy of that system image, and we would use a tool like ProDiscover. This is one of the tools. There are other tools that will be available. So here they tell you that it has been installed on the device, and the installation of the program is included with the manual that's on the PDF, which is located here in the folder. So if you need to look at that, you can read the user manual for the instruction, but you have to be in administrator mode. So in step 1, we would turn on the lab Win 810, which is Windows 8.1. And you are going to go to File Explorer, which is the folder right there. Then in step 2, you are going to open up C drive and go into a work folder. Okay, so it's on the C drive of your virtual machine. Okay, that will be here. Then in the next step, you are going to follow the steps, show how to acquire the image called USB. It is not a USB drive, it's a fixed drive on the computer. So you are going to complete these steps to acquire the image. So you are going to open up ProDiscover Basic, but you are going to run it as an administrator. So as the screenshot showed, you're going to right click the ProDiscover Basic and choose Run as Administrator. Then once that application is launched, you're going to see the screen. And at the top, you're going to click Action and you're going to click Capture Image. With this, what that's going to do is going to allow you to create the image. Okay. And when you see the open screen like this, you can click Cancel. Then you're going to click Action on the top left and then Capture Image. Then in the Capture Image, you're going to click Source Drive, which is the list arrow, and select USB. So click this and choose the local path, which is going to be eUSB. So you're going to click the drop-down menu, choose eUSB, and then click the destination path and choose the local path. Then you are going to save it to the folder Work under C drive, Data Files, and Chapter 1. So when you create your copy of your system image, you wanted to put it on a different drive. Sometimes that could be external hard drive, usually it is. then you wanted to organize it and put it in a folder on a separate drive. So here they tell you to put in the file name as indicated in CHP prep, and then put in your name as the technician name. Don't forget. So we wanted to, because this is part of chain of custody, we wanted to put down who collects the information, the image. So here it provides you with the screenshot. You should put in your name and the image name. And click OK. That takes a little bit of time. Then what it's going to do is, then once it's finished, you are going to click OK that the image is captured, and you can look at the log file. Then we're going to take a screen capture. Once we already have the image, then we are going to use the same application to analyze. So again, you're going to right click Pro Discover and choose Run as Administrator, because you have to have the highest level. Click Cancel button at the pop-up prompt. Then you are going to click on File, go to New Project. So now we are, when you evaluate, you want it to organize it as a project in Pro Discover. Then in a new project, you are going to put in the project name in CHP01. You're going to click OK. Then you are going to click Add, and you're going to find the image file that you previously created. So click Add, then click Image File. Then you're going to navigate to where you saved it last. So C, Work, Data File CH01, and click on the image that you created. Click Open. Then we wanted to choose Yes for checksum, and that allows us to really look at the integrity of the image. And so then you are going to click Content Review and Expand Images. Click on the file name. So on the left here, we're going to click Content, Images, and the path of the image file. Then you are going to click the plus sign, then click all the files, so that allows you to choose all files. You're going to get a caution, then you're going to click Yes. And in that, the files is then going to be loaded in the main window on the right here. Then you're going to look at the tracking log file. So in the work area, you're going to be able to evaluate, and it's going to show the bottom like this. Then with that open on the left, what you're going to do is you're going to keep your Pro Discover window open. Then you are going to evaluate all the files again, and you're going to click search. So in this this task is going to allow you to search for a specific file. So in the content search, when you click search, you are going to select all matches options. Okay. Check that box. And then you're going to check ASCII and search pattern. So we can look at the content of the file to a specific search criteria. Then we are going to type in the search criteria as PLAB Win810 for the pattern, like this. Then you have selected this image, and that allows you to look inside that image for a specific file content. So we have to specify this image that you previously created. When you click OK, next you're going to click tracking, and that's going to help you track when it seeks for that file. Right. So in the tracking log, it's going to identify that. Then for the content search, look at the results. So once you found the content, look at that, then you are going to create a report. So in the report, you are going to click on, in ProDiscover Basic, you're going to click on the report option here. And with the report, it's going to give you the evidence information, the cluster, the hidden sector, the details about the USB image that you captured. Okay, and then your checksum information, that's important, and the things, your name and the file information that you put in earlier. Then once we have the report, we would then print it. So file, print, report. So we are going to choose Microsoft Document Printer. We're going to click print, and we're going to click OK. Okay. And we're going to save it as CH01 report. So as you generate report, you can print out the physical file and for real world practice, and then you can save a report. And we wanted to save it under work data file CH1. So externally, we wanted to save it on a separate drive where we would also use that drive for our evidence gathering. Then they have you minimize the window for ProDiscover Basic. And you are going to open up File Explorer. And you are going to open up XPS Viewer to look at your report. So right click it, choose Open with XPS Viewer, and that's going to allow you to see your report. Then close the report. Then next we can export it. So you are going to run ProDiscover Basic as administrator. So right click the desktop icon and choose Run as Administrator. You're going to open up the project. So click File, Open Project. Then you are going to go to C folder, C drive, work folder, data files, and chapter 1 folder. And you are going to open up your InCHP01 pack file and click Open. And once you open up the image, You are going to open up and view the report again. So click the report under project. Then you're going to click on action and then export. We're going to export the report as RTF format and we're going to browse. So click browse. And we are going to save the file as in CHPO1 and click save. And then click export. Click OK. So now we would then go to File Explorer, navigate to the C Work folder, Data Files folder, CH01 folder, and find the exported file, which is in CHPO1 RTF file. So you should be able to find that here. And then once you open it, it's going to ask for Open Office. You're going to click Next. And then put in your full name information to launch Open Office. And in Open Office, you should see the report that was exported. Take a screen capture. Then next, we are going to do the analysis. So in Windows 8.10, 8.1 again, here we are going to look at the case. So it says you will be examining the USB belonging to the employee of the company who now works for the competitor. The law department is connecting to the former employee that might possess sensitive company data and wish to whether to see if the USB drive contains any significant. The former employee might have had access to confidential documents because coworkers saw him accessing the manager's computer in the last day of work. The confidential documents consist of 24 files in the text fragment. They want you to locate the occurrences of these files on the USB drive's bitstream image. So make sure that you review the case here so you know the scenario. And in this one, you're going to use fat search test image.eve. So you are going to right click Pro Discover Basic and you are going to choose Administrator Privilege, create a new project, put in the project name, and then you're going to browse and save the project to Work Data File CH01. Then you're going to click Action, Add, and then click Image File. You're going to navigate to this path, find the sample images, and look for fat search test image.eve. Click Open. And then if it's prompted you with auto check image checksum, you're going to click Yes. You're going to open up Content Tree and then expand images. And you are going to search for the fragment like what you've done in the previous exercise. In the content search, you are going to choose ASCII, option button, and search and pattern. Then you are going to put in the keyword fragment. That will be your search keyword. You're going to select the this image that you want to search in. So browse to this image where you had stored the image or they had stored the image. And you're going to find the content. In the search mode, you're going to click Cluster Search tab. and so that way it will run the same search. Does take a little longer. So in the cluster search result, make sure that you save your project before starting the next task. So we wanted to make sure we save it like what was described in the last few steps. Then in task 2, you're going to follow the instruction, open up your saved project. So open file, save project. And you're going to add the evidence by clicking action, point to add and click image file. Browse to your sample image, fat search test image.eve. Click open, and then yes for checksum, very much like the last task. Then you're going to click view and gallery view. So here it tells you to scroll through looking at the graphic files in a drive image in a folder. If the file of interest, click the checkbox next to the next column and add the comment dialog box opens. Enter the description and click OK. So make sure that you do this step. The notes that are added, that will be included in the report. Then in the next step, you are going to search for the keyword one crow and click the search content search. So the one crow, one CRO is going to be your search keyword. We wanted to look at the cluster search tab and make sure that we repeat the search of the keyword to find any files and add into the comment. Next, we are going to click the report and we want to export it like what you've done in the previous exercise in the RTF format, and make sure that we type in the report name correctly. Then click OK. In the next task, you are going to look at allocated data. So sometimes, based on legal requirement, you need to recover allocated data on the disk. So you are going to create a new project, enter a project number. You can put in any number you want. A brief description, you can say recover allocated data, and then the project name, you wanted to name it C1PORJ04, and click open. Then you're going to add the disk, and you're going to select the physical drive 1, give it a unique name, and click add. Then you are going to click yes for the checksum message box. In the content view, right here, like the screen capture, you're going to click disk, physical drive 1, and E. And then you are going to click the column deleted to sort by yes or no. So even if it's deleted, we will still be able to see it. Take a screen capture. In exercise 4, it's going to ask you to do the reporting. So follow the step. Enter the number that you have set for your project previously, and then the project name. In the project name, you're going to type the project name, click OK, and then you're going to click yes, check for the checksum, and for the click action, you're going to click add this physical drive 1, type in its unique name, and click add. Then you're going to repeat the process again like the previous exercise, where you're going to click view disk, physical drive 1, and then click E. In the next step, it says in the investigator comment text box, add a comment noting that the file on the disk is indicating the file type. such as Word document, image file, JPEG, GIF, for instance, be sure to enter something meaningful. So specify a comment that would indicate the file type that you see. Once you finish the report, you are going to click Export Toolbar button, Export dialog box, and format and type in C1PRJ05 report. Then click OK. Take a screenshot. Then in exercise 5, similar to what we've done in the prior exercises, you are going to search for keywords. You are going to open up the project, add the disk, find physical drive 1, click open, click yes to checksum, click the search toolbar button. Then in the dialog box, search for the keywords in the list box, placing in on each separate line. So you're going to have separate line for the select drive. Click OK. Look at the files and select the ones that look interesting. Add a comment. Generate the report. Explain the previous projects. Save and shut down Windows 8.1. So at that point, you can save the project, take screenshot, and then shut it down. Do not shut down before you take the screenshot. And then lastly, go through the summary and answer the questions. Okay, choose the options, include the screenshots, submit your report, click done, and that will take care of the computer forensics. So in this lab, what you've done is you capture an image. It shows you how to set up a project for forensic, be able to find specific content through the search, analyze your report, export your report, look at log files, and then repeat the process for different type of computer forensic projects similarly to the first couple that you've done. Let me know if you have any questions or any concern. Thank you for watching the video for Lab 11.